last a hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her states, but in best time, we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, for my heart speaks to all our friends, for they are welcome.
See thee encounter thee with our hearts' thanks. Both sides are even. Here, I'll sit to the midst. Be large in mirth, or not. We'll drink a measure of the table round. There's blood upon thy face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Oh, thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst, thou art the nonpareil.
Most royal sir, Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fit again. Had us been perfect, cool as the marble, founded as a rock, and broad and gentle as a casing air. But now I am cabined, cribs confined, bound into saucy doubts and fierce. Banquo's safe.
Aye, my good lord. Safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenchant gashes on his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
My worthy lord, you do not give the cheer. While the feast is sold, that is not often vouched. 'Tis given with welcome. To feed were best at home. From thence the sauce to meat is ceremony, meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Now, good digestion, wait on appetite and health on both. If it please your highness. Sit. Here had we our country's honor roofed, for the grace person of our Banquo present, whom I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please your highness to grace us with our royal company.
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy going locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus and hath been from his youth. I pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him, and extend his passions. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one must look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff! This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire authorized by her granddad. Shame itself! Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there. Look. Behold. Lo, how say you? Why, what care I? If thou canst not speak too, if charnel houses and our graves must send those we bury back, our monuments shall be the walls of kites.
What quite unmanned in folly?
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie for shame.
Blood hath been shed here now. In the olden time, our humane statute purged, gentle will, aye, and since 2 murders have been performed too terrible for the ear, the time had been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise to 20 mortal murders on the crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not visit me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Let us sit down. Give me some wine. Fill full. And drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. When you were here, and all until we thirst and all to walk.
Our duties and the pledge.
Avaunt, quit my sight. Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom, 'tis no other. Only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare. Approach thou like a rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros to the hurricane tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble! Or be alive again and dare me to the desert with thy sword! If trembling I inhibit, then protest me the baby of a girl! Hence, horrible shadow! Unreal mockery, hence! Why so being gone? I am a man again! I pray you sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting, all with admired disorder.
Can such things be, that overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe, when now I think you could behold such sights and keep the natural room of your cheeks when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse and worse, question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
Kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have by magpies and chows and rooks brought forth the secret as man of blood. Which is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which.
How sayest thou that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it, by the way, but I will send. There's not one of them, and in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More will they speak, for now I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good all causes shall give way. I am in blood, stepped in so far that should I wade no more, returning whereas tedious go o'er. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, which they must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures, sleep.
Come, we'll to sleep. My strange and self-abuse, his initiate fear wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part, or show the glory of our art. And what's worse, all you have done have been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who, as others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. But make amends now. Get you gone, and at the pit of Ashrod, meet me if morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. I am for there. This night I'll spend unto a dismal and fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere noon. Upon the corner of the moon there lies a vaporous drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to ground, and this distilled by magic slate shall raise such artificial sprites as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes of wisdom, grace, and fear. And you all know security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Hark, I am called, my little spirit see. Sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me.
Come, sisters, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts. Which can interpret, Father. Believe me. Only I say things are strangely bold. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late, whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed for Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Who could not want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and Fordunalbane to kill their gracious father? Damn fact! How it did grieve Macbeth! Did he not straight and pious raise the two delinquents tear, that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done? Ah, and wisely too. But 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that, I say, he has borne all things well. And I do think that had he Duncan's son under his key, and as it please heaven he shall not, they should find what 'twere to kill a father. So should Fleance. But peace, peace. For from broad words, and because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macbeth lives in this space. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds a due of birth, resides in the English court and is received by the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff is gone to prey upon holy king's aid, to wake Northumberland and warlike Seward, that, with the help of these, and him above to ratify the works, we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free our feasts and banquets, bloody knives, do faithful homage, and receive free honors. All which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperated the king, that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did. With an absolute sir not I, that cloudy messenger turns me his back and hums. For who should say, you will rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
And that well might advise him to a caution, to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere to come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country, under a hand accursed.
I've said my prayers with him.
Under cold stone, days and nights hath 31, sweltered venom, sleeping gots, boil thou first in the charmed pot.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, blizzard's leg and howlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hellbroth, boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, mauling gulf, of the ravine salt sea shark, root of hemlock digged it dark, liver of blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and slips of yew, slivered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips, finger of burr-strangled babe, ditch delivered by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto a tiger's charging for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with the baboon's blood, and the charm is firm and good.
Well done. I commend your pains, and everyone shall share its gains. Now round about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open, locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight tags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess. How are you come to know it? Answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though bladed corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their warders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, and though the treasure of nature's Germans tumble altogether, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak.
Demand.
Well, answer.
Say if thou wouldst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him. Let's be see him.
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten her 9 pharaoh. Grease the sweating from the murderer's gibbet. Throw it to the flame.
Come high or low, thyself in office deathly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thoughts. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth! 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 Beware Macduff! Beware the thane of fight! Dismiss me! Enough! Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fear right, but one word more!
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born can arm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear thee? But yet I'll make a shirt, double shirt, take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted feared lies and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow the rounded top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion metal, proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where your conspirers are. For Macbeth shall not be vanquished. Be until great Birmingham wood, to high Dunsinane, shall come for him.
That'll never be. Who can impress the force? Bid the tree unfix his earthbound root. The sweet bondman's good. Rebellious dead rise, never till the wood of Burnham rise. And our high place Macbeth shall live the least of nature, pay his bet to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know. Why seeks that cauldron? What noise is this?
Show.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirits of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs. And thy hair, though other gold-bound brow is like the first, a third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? Ah, a foot! Star's eyes! What will the lion stretch out of the crack of doom? Another yet, a seventh! I'll see no more! And yet the eighth appears, who bears a glass that shows me many more. For some I see, the twofold balls of treble scepters carry. A horrible sight! Now I see 'tis true. For the blood-boltered Banquo smiles at me and points at them for his. Is this so?
Aye, sir. This is all so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, sisters, cheer me up his sprites, and show him the best of our delights. I'll charm the air to give a sound while we perform our antic round, so that this great king may kindly say, our duty is welcome pay.
Where are they? Gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in without there!
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord. Bring you word Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England.
Indeed, my lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose ne'er is overtook unless the deed go with it. And from this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. But no boasting like a fool. His deed I'll do before the purpose cool. But no more sights! Where are these gentlemen? Come bring me where they are.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife? To leave his babes? His mansions and his titles to a place from whence himself does fly? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight, the young ones in the nest, against the owl. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows if it's unseasoned. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors, when we hold rumour from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea, each way and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered he is, yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool, should I stay longer. It would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Zuroff, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean. And so do they.
Poor bird. Thou didst never fear the net nor the line, the pitfall nor the guinea.
Why should I, Mother? Poor birds they are not set for. My father's not dead for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. But how wilt thou do for a father?
Nay. How will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet in faith is wait enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools. For there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang up them.
God help me, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If you were dead, you'd weep for him. If you would not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Bless you, fair dame. I am to you not known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you. Take a homely man's advice and be not found here. Hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse is to fell cruelty, which is to deny your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now, I am in this earthly world, what to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified that such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shag with Billy.
What? You egg? Young fry of treachery.
He has killed me, mother. Run away, I pray you.
Let us seek some desolate shade, and there we bar sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men, bestride our downfall and birthright. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face that it resounds as felt with scarlet, and yelled out like syllable of dog.
What I believe, I'll wail. What no believe, and what I redress, as I shall find the time to, friend. I will. What you have spoke, it may be so, perchance.
This tyrant whose sole name blisters our tongues was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve him through me and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recall an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. Your thoughts I cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest have fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must not look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts. Why, left you wife and child? Those strong motives, those precious knots of love, without leave taking, I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but my own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed! Bleed, poor country! Great tyranny lay thou thy basest shore, for goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs. The tide was of fear. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, for the whole space is in the tyrant's grasp and the rich east at boot.
Be not offended. I speak not in absolute fear of you. I think our country seeks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added upon her wounds. I think, withal, there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here, from gracious England, have I offer of goodly thousands. But, for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer and sundry ways, by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, in whom I know all the particulars of vice, so grafted that black Macbeth would seem as pure as snow, and the poor estate esteem him as a lamb, compared with my confineless harms.
Oh, Scotland. Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, then speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. Your royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, oftener upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. These evils that thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. O my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples and reconciled thy thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of his trains, has sought to win me into his power, but modest wisdom plucks me from over credulous haste. For God above deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy directions and unspeak my own detractions. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself, for they are strangers to my nature. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile.
Well, more anon. Come the king forth, I pray you.
Aye, sir. There prove wretched souls that stay his cure. There, my lady convinces the greatest say of art. But at his touch, such sagacity hath Evan given his hand, they presently amend.
I thank you, doctor.
What's the disease he means?
'Tis called the evil.
See who comes here.
My countryman, yet I know him not.
Oh, my ever-gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
Ah, I know him now. Good God, be times removed. The means that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave. Where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile. Where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made not marked. Where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knell is there scarce asked for who. Good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps. Dying ere they sicken.
O relation too nice yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why? Well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a nigger of your speech. How goes it?
When I came hither to transport the tidings, which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was witness the rather. For that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye into Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good Seward and 10,000 men. A better soldier none does Christendom give us.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, for hearing should not latch 'em.
What concern they? Is it the general cause, or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them of the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner whereon a quarry of these murdered deer had the death of you.
Merciful heaven! What man ne'er pull hat from brows, give sorrow words, the grief that does not speak, that whispers the over fraught heart, and bids it break.
All my children.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines for our revenge, to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All. Did you say all? Oh, God. All. Want all my pretty chickens in their dam at one fell swoop.
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so! But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember that which was most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee. Not that I am not for their own demerits, but for mine. Thou slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt, not the heart. Enrage it!
Oh, I could play the woman with mine eyes, or the braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland to myself. Within my sword's length set him. And if he scape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, we go to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking. And the powers above, put on your instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long and never finds the day.
I have 2 nights' watch with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed, yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching. In the slumbering agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and yet upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually, 'tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their sense are shut.
What is it she does now?
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I've known her to continue in this quarter of an hour.
Yet, here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her, to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot, out, I say. 1, 2. Why, then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soul dear and afeard. What need we fear? Who knows it? When none can call our power into account. Yet who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands near be clean?
No more of that, my lord, no more. You more all with this starting.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
Spoke what she should not. I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has meant.
Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia were not sweet in this little hand.
What a sight is there? The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well!
Pray God it be so.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep and died wholly in their beds.
Wash your hands. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on's grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, give me your hand. Come. What's done is done. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Direct me.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds, their deaf pills will discharge their secrets. Morning Sheila divined in the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes on her. So, good night. My mind she has mated with and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macbeth. Revenges burn in them, for their dear causes would to the bleeding and the grim alone excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Donald Bain be with his brother?
We're certain he is not. Keep a record of all the gentry. They were Seward's son, and many unrough youths who even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury. But for certain he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands. Now minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarvish feet.
Who, then, shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's courage, each drop of us.
Or so much as it needs to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Make we our march to Bottom.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly off. Till Burnham Wood removed to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born a woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth, for no man that's born a woman shall ever have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where gottest thou that goose look?
Sir,
There are 10,000
villain?
Soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul. Those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface?
The English force, so may it please you.
Take thy face hence. Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into the sear, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have, but in their stead curses, not loud but deep, mouth honor, breath which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not. Satan!
What's your grace's pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight from till my bones, my flesh be hacked. Give me mine armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on! Send out more horses. Scur the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled by thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that? Canst thou not minister to the mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow, raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet and oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous self which weighs upon the heart?
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
So physic to the dogs, oh, none of it! Come, put mine armor on. Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land and purge it with sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Give me my staff. What rhubarb, senna, what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Here's some of them.
Aye, my good lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. Satan, send out! I'll not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
Of our host and make error in discovery of us.
It shall be done. We learn no other but a confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will throw our saying down before us.
'Tis his main hope, for where there is advantage to be given, both more and less will be given in the revolts, and none but serve of him that are constrained things whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and we put on industrious soldiership.
Then the time approaches that with due decision makers know what shall we say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculate as our unsure hope relates. Certain issues stroke most arbitrary, towards which advance the war!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. Christ, still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh the least siege to scorn. Here, let them lie till famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that might be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backwards home. What is that noise?
It was a cry of a woman, my good lord.
I have almost forgotten the taste of fierce. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek, and my fell of hair would have dismal treaties rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped, full with horrors, direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot one start me. Wherefore is that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. And there would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard from no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thy comest, use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Precious, my lord. I should report which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Will say, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnan and Anon. Methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me endure your wrath if it be not so. Within the 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree thou shalt hang alive till famine cling thee. If thy speech be truth, I care not if thou does as much for me. I pull in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham would come to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes toward Dunsinane. Arm! Arm and out! If this which ye avouches does appear, there is no flying hence nor tearing here. Eagen to be weary of the sun, and wish these things of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow wind! Come rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back!
Shall with your son, my noble cousin, lead our first battle. Macbeth and I shall see what remains to be done according to our order.
Fare you well. Do we but find a tyrant's power tonight? Let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make our trumpets speak. Give them all breath! Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death!
They have tied me to a stake, I cannot fly. Bear-like I must fight the course. But see, thou was not born a woman. Such a one am I to fear or none.
What is thy name?
Not be afraid to hear it.
No lies. No, thou call thyself a harder name than any. Is it now?
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to my ear.
No more fearful.
No lies. Abort the tyrant. With the sword of Boudreaux, the lighthouse speaks.
Thou wast born a woman. Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by a man that's of woman born.
That way the noise is. Tyrant! Show thy face! If thou beest slain and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike against wretched kerns whose arms were hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again undeeded. There thou shouldst be. By this great clatter one of greatest note seems brooding. Let me find him fortune, and more I beg not.
This way, my lord. The castle gently renders. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The noble stains do brave in the war. And the day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Whilst I see live, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound! Turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee. We get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword, thou bloodier villain, the tombs can give thee out.
I'll lose this labor. As easy mayest thou thee in trenches there with thy keen sword and press, as to make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crest. I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of woman born.
Spare thy charms, and let the angel that thou still hast served tell thee that Macbeth was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be thy tongue that tells me so. First hath cowed my better parts of men. Be these juggling fiends no more believed. The pulse with us in a double sense. We keep the word of promise in every breakage of our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gauge of time. We'll have these our rarer monsters are, painted upon coal, and underwrit. Here, mayst thou see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and be bait to with the rebel's curse. Though Burnham would come to Dunsinane and thou oppose, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and down be him that first cries hold. Enough!
I hope the friends we miss were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet I see as these so great days as it is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, the which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
Then he is dead?
Aye, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurt before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldiers be he! As may son if I had hairs, I would not wish them to a fair death. And so his no is kneeled.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. Some say he parted way and paid his score. So God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head? The time is free. I see thee compassed by thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland! Come, we shall not reckon a large expense of time, as we think of our several loves. My thanks, my kinsmen! Yeah! Henceforth, be yours! Yeah! The first that Scotland ever had in such an honor name. Come now, what's more to do than call back our friends who left, exiled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth this cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like wife, who at his self and violent hands took her own life. What's more to do the grace of grace shall we find in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all, and to each his own, whom we invite to see us crowned as gold! Yeah!
Sheila Malone and Kelly Ford-Kaminski. Thank you to our final audience. Yeah. And bring on our backstage technicians.
to work with these amazing students. And I also got to work with Sheila Malone. Sheila brought into the level of Macbeth beyond my dreams, and I think beyond the cast dreams as well. We want to thank you guys too, the family and friends, the audience here, because we kind of steal your family away from you and your significant others. So thank you so very much. And we want to thank our own personal families as well. But it takes a village to get this together, and the amazing designers as well. And so, you know, the journey is amazing, and I'm truly grateful that I got the opportunity to work with Sheila and to work with you all. And we get to do something really fun right now. We get to do a thing called strike. So we're going to ask the cast. Congratulations, first of all. We're going to ask them to get out of costume, and if there are families and friends, go out, say hi to them. But please bring them back to us, because they get to help us tear down this beautiful set tonight. This is all wrong. But take a look at the costumes. Take a look at the makeup. Isn't that amazing? And thank you so much. I always want to stand right here. This is fun. Thank you, audience, for coming and supporting live theater. Go see live concerts. Go see live dance concerts. Go support your local theater. We are so blessed that you came. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.